Hello there. You know, the telephone is a great invention of humankind. You can do many things, especially nowadays, without leaving your place if you have a landline telephone or a cell phone. But sometimes unpleasant things happen and you need to know how to deal with them. In this lesson, you will learn what kinds of telephone problems you can experience while using your phone. Also, you will learn some common phrases and expressions you can use in some particular situations. Let's start. Line is engaged. Line is busy. I guess the most common problem is when you try to call somebody and their line is engaged or their line is busy. It means that the person you are calling is already on the phone with somebody else. No answer. Sometimes there is no answer at all, like when there is nobody on the other side to pick up the phone, or they're just too busy to answer. Somebody is out, somebody isn't in. It happens occasionally that somebody picked up the phone, but it is not the person you wanted to have a conversation with. Like you wanted to chat with your friend and his parent answered the phone, saying your friend is not at home at the moment. So you can hear either, "Sorry, but Peter is out," or "Sorry, but Peter isn't in." Somebody won't be back for a couple of hours, days, weeks, etc. Another situation is when the person you need to talk to will be away for some time. A couple of hours, days, or even weeks. For example, you call your lawyer and the receptionist says that she is in a meeting or on a business trip, and she will be in the office in the afternoon or within a week. Get the wrong number. Alternatively, you can have the wrong number. You call somebody and there is no such person there at all. For instance, you wanted to call your family doctor, but the directory assistants gave you the wrong phone number of the clinic. Low battery. One more thing that can happen with your cell phone is a low battery. You might use your cell phone a lot during the day, and so the battery is low. Or you might just forget to charge your phone the previous evening. Flat battery, dead battery. Obviously, within some time, if you don't get any charger, your phone battery will get flat or dead. It means that there will be no more electrical power in it, and clearly you won't be able to use it. Some more expressions you can use in these situations are: my phone ran out of battery, my phone ran out of battery, or my cell phone ran out of juice, which is slang. My cell phone ran out of juice. Hang up, put the phone down. Apart from this, you can be in a situation when a person you called out of a sudden decided to finish a conversation with you. He hangs up the phone or puts the phone down. Reasons can be different for such behavior, but the result is always the same. Your phone talk is over. Leave a phone off the hook, take a phone off the hook. Also, from time to time, people can leave their phones off the hook or take their phones off the hook intentionally. When the phone is off the hook, it means someone didn't put it back correctly after the previous use, and consequently, it will not call. If someone tries to phone them at this moment, their line will be busy. It's out of order. Telephones and telephone lines can be also out of order, like when there are some maintenance works on the line, or if the telephone device is out of order, it means it is broken and it isn't functioning. Limited reception, poor reception. One more telephone problem is limited reception or poor reception on your phone. Usually people encounter this issue in remote areas of countryside or forest, inside large buildings or underground, like in the subway or basements, etc. The signal breaks up. When you have limited or poor reception on your cell phone, the signal can break up. You won't be able to hear the person on the phone properly. Some parts of your conversation will disappear or the volume will be low. Some words and phrases will be missed or echoing, which will definitely make it difficult to understand the conversation. Crossed line. To tell the truth, it was more common in the past but can happen now as well. A crossed line. A crossed line appears when a phone connection was wrongly made, and so another call can be heard. Be careful, as somebody can be even listening in on your conversation. Interference. It is some kind of noise you can hear while using your telephone that stops you from having a clear conversation. Some creaks, squeaks, cracks, rattling, everything which is so unpleasant and annoying when you need to be really concentrated and attentive over the phone. Disconnected call. The call was cut off. One more very unpleasant thing that can happen to you is when your phone call is disconnected or cut off in the middle of a conversation. It means your phone conversation is finished and you either need to call back or wait till the person you were talking with calls you back. It can be a result of some technical issues, poor reception, or even bad weather conditions. Noise around you. Another issue can be noise around you in a place where you make or receive a call, like some traffic noise, construction noise, loud music, strong wind, heavy rain, severe storm, or something else. On the other hand, it is not always only technical issues that prevent you from having a pleasant experience over the phone. Sometimes telephone problems have nothing to do with reception or a low battery, but it is all about the person you're on the telephone with. For example, you may not hear the other person very well because the caller speaks too quietly. Or this person can speak too fast, quickly, and as a result, you didn't understand what the caller just said. Sometimes the language can be an obstacle. You cannot understand the other person's English as he uses some slang words and expressions. His English is quite poor, this person has a strong accent, or your level of English is not so good yet. Nevertheless, you need to be ready to act properly to deal with all these telephone problems and issues. And the best thing you can do is to stay calm and not get worried. Keep in mind that the person on the other side of the line can experience the same problems. Why get anxious if you can deal with everything and get what you want? For example, you call some person and want to ask them something, but the person you're calling is not available at the moment. His secretary can say something like, I'm afraid Mr. Brown is unavailable at the moment. I'm afraid Mr. Brown is unavailable at the moment. I'm sorry, but he's on another line. I'm sorry, but he's in a meeting. I'm sorry, but he's on a business trip. I'm sorry, he is on another line. I'm sorry, he is in a meeting. I'm sorry, he is on a business trip. I'm sorry, but he isn't in the office today. I'm sorry, but he isn't in the office today. Can I take a message? Can I take a message? Would you like to leave a message for him, her? Would you like to leave a message for him, her? Would you like to call back later? Would you like to call back later? Can I help at all? Can I help at all? So don't be nervous. Just call back later or leave a message asking him to call you back. For example, hello, this is Bob Smith. Can I speak to Mr. Brown, please? I'm afraid Mr. Brown is unavailable at the moment. What time should I call back? I'm sorry, but he isn't in the office today. Can I take a message? Yes, please. Ask him to call me back. Sure, I will. Thank you. Goodbye. Goodbye. So as you can see, there is nothing to worry about. You just need some patience and some practice. That is why I've prepared a number of lessons I'm gonna share with you, where you will learn different phrases and expressions you can use to deal with different telephone problems and issues. Like, what to say if you missed a call. How to interrupt a person if you didn't hear something. What to say if you don't understand what the caller is saying. How you can explain that the connection is bad. How you can ask a person to repeat something you didn't hear. How to apologize if you called the wrong number, and what to say if someone called you by mistake. How to deal with unwanted and annoying calls, and others. So subscribe to my YouTube channel not to miss these lessons. And if you like this lesson, give me the thumbs up and press the bell to get notifications as soon as I upload a new video lesson. Meanwhile, you can check my other lessons here or on my website. See you very soon. Take care.